A decade of grief and silence.
Arknight's Endfield just hit its half anniversary with Update 1.4 Homecoming, and is quite honestly the most peak the game has been since its launch back in January. With the new update comes a brand new story that answers some questions but opens the door for many more. As well, we get 2 new operators, Arcane and Lino, base components for production, activities, and new events to flex on your profile. If you've been on the fence about this game, or haven't even heard about it, or are a returning player, this video most likely will be for you. If you never heard of the game, it's a real-time 3D action RPG by Hypergriff, building off the original and still ongoing strong Arknight's Tower Defense series. I say series, but it's been one game that's lasted for many years. I was debating going over the story so far on this game, but if you're a serious enough player, as this game is on mobile, console, and PC, you could probably get the story done within a week less. There is a lot of factory things that you could do, but they shouldn't hinder on your ability to move forward in the campaign. So it wouldn't be fair to me if I were to spoil a whole lot. I will spoil the end boss of 1.4, so if you don't want to see that, you can just skip ahead, but there will be imagery of that person, maybe talked about a little bit. I wasn't really sure how to structure this video. Is it a story recap? Is it good to bad? Yes, no, maybe. Really, I just want to talk about the game. I thoroughly enjoy it. It's probably one of the best games I've played of recent, even though it's a gacha game, which says a lot about the gaming industry, sadly. We'll kind of bounce around on where the things are. Again, this is the first video I've made on YouTube in a really long time. I will have some afterthoughts at the end of the video about that, but we can definitely just jump in with the good of what we have at the moment with Arknight's Endfield. Let's start with what actually is holding my attention with this game at the moment. It respects your time compared to most gacha games on the market right now. That's a big one. There's no gacha slop treadmill events. You got at most like 3 to 5 going on within a good amount of time to get them completed. Either they can be done in a day, or sometimes they're on a cycle like the current event. The dailies are probably the best part also. That takes you less than 3 minutes if you just are in the main hub. Sign in, gift an item to one of your operators, and just craft a piece of gear. You're done for the day. There's your premium currency. Though this isn't the only activity to daily log in for, you definitely get your weapon essences, crafting, upgrades, gear, things like that. But the game isn't demanding hours of upkeep. It's super generous, the sheer volume of free items that are handed out through events. It's honestly kind of absurd in a good way. The factory production loops back into that generosity too. Items you produce can be traded for gearing boosts and sometimes even pull tickets. They are limited, but at least that's some way of getting some of your lauded pulls. The premium currency, yeah, I'm gonna butcher this so badly. Geometry. Okay. Can at least be pulled from like the monthly pass. It takes $4.99 to purchase it. You're getting 6,000, which is about over the course of 30 days. 10 pulls doesn't seem like a lot, but I mean, $4.99 if you can pay for it, no problem. There is a lot of in-game activities that also provide geometry. So this kind of segues into the free-to-play aspect of this, because honestly, you don't even need to spend a single dollar on this game. It is so free-to-play friendly. I have seen some of the craziest builds from 4-star operators, 5-star operators that are able to do end-game content. You can see it all over Twitter. Personally, in the last contingency contract that they had, I was using a 4-star just like everyone else because of just like how good of a buff that she had was. So this, again, we'll kind of go into the characters work very well with each other. Most operators are compatible across teams, and figuring out the combos is generally the fun part. Usually you just have to sit there, build infliction, see what character will consume the infliction, help pump out the most DPS as possible. The gearing helps with this a bunch, understanding what crit, ultimate gain efficiency, bonuses to the elemental type. It definitely rewards understanding the system instead of just slotting in whoever's the strongest. And with the operator compatibility, and like I said, you can do a lot of just the in-game content with it. There is endgame, but it's very limited, and it's hard. We just had contingency contract. I think I think the goal was to hit 20 on that. A lot of people hit 40, like myself. Tried to go for 45, but that was just actually way too much. Trying to understand everything, move around. There were some people that got up to like high 50s, but it is fun. A lot of it is, though, a DPS check, just like Wuthering Waves has the Matrix protocol, which is just purely a DPS check and trying to get the fastest rotations off as possible. In this case, though, you really need to understand how many stacks you're applying on somebody, what character is going to combo well with which other. So, I mean, I will say a lot of it can be done in a couple minutes to a couple hours, depending on just how good your team is, you know, how good are you understanding the play style. But I really wish there was more to do. I understand it is a gacha game, you're not really going to be playing it a lot daily, but thoroughly would enjoy a lot more replayability in that aspect. And I mean, I'll save this one for last, is the soundtrack. I mean, you can hear it kind of in the background of this video. The beginning, the 1.4 boss had an amazing soundtrack. I'm still waiting for that thing to pop up on Spotify as yet. A little sad, but the music, I'll play a little bit of it. When we get to that part, it's just so good. And it has me going back and looking at the original Arknights to listen to that music, and it is quite honestly one of their strongest influences in the game at the moment. Let's talk about the new boss that was introduced in 1.4, Alcaros. This is the new pinnacle, I guess you could say, boss. Genuinely, just amazing. The music, fight, I feel like I was playing Final Fantasy 14, either dungeon, raid. I'm running around in circles trying to dodge things. I mean, I have some gameplay of it up on the screen right now. I'm not going to go into who this character is, just in the event that you do play it, but feel free to look it up on YouTube or play it. It's just genuinely, it was such a fun fight. It definitely helps just, encapsulate the story in the current patch, brought on by the music from Crywolf and Ymir. The song, again, is still not on Spotify for some reason, but it is, it was such, it just, I feel like I was in the boss fight longer just trying to listen to the music. Okay, one more time. This is like the fourth time I've tried to record this in post. This video is way too long, and I think I'm gonna have to make another video about things that can be improved upon. So enjoy the glazing. Just as a closing thought, this isn't the most perfect game, but it's genuinely one of the more respectful ones. And with 1.4 Homecoming, it's actually a good jumping on point if you've been waiting on playing the game. But ultimately, I mean, the story was good, the gameplay's good, and I just want to keep seeing this game grow exponentially, eventually, encapsulate me for years to come. So these are my afterthoughts. This is completely off script. The people that put the time and effort into these type of videos, I don't know if I'm gonna, maybe just for like the major expansions, I'll make something like this again, get a little bit more into the editing and creative side, but I have more respect for content creators that are producing their own scripts, editing, videos. I know a lot of the bigger ones will probably offload this work onto their own personal editor, but God, this was not easy to make. And damn, I was fighting through the voice cracks so hard in this video. So some of them came through. It is what it is, but I can only edit so much as due to time constraints. So I mean, if you like the video, definitely give it a like. Subscribe. I am going to be trying a little bit more active here. I will be streaming from time to time I don't know, maybe this weekend on twitch.tv/Yapping. zoo underscore square, link in the description. I don't know, yeah, this was tough to make, and but you know, I thoroughly enjoy the game, and I really want to just bring it to you know, more people, as little as it could be, but you know, if it makes you want to play it, I'm glad. You know, lastly, shout out my boy Troy. He kind of planted the seed for this video, telling me to make content for it, but you know, here I am.